All right, welcome back, and we shall be talking about the art of saying no without feeling guilt. Sometimes at our workplaces, we might be over-engaged if we can't respond with a no. So it is a very good skill that one has to learn the power of saying no. So saying no can be challenging, especially if you fear to disappoint others, or if when it involves disappointing others, that becomes like a burden to you, or maybe you want to prove something. So you need to learn how to set healthy boundaries and reclaim your time and energy without feeling the guilt. So we are going to understand the power of saying no, and this involves protecting your time and energy. The other benefit of saying no is to honor your values and needs. So saying no helps you to free up time for priorities. So you have to prioritize your commitments and avoid overextending yourself. Maybe it is out of working time, or maybe you're exhausted. Yeah, so it empowers you to protect your time and energy for the things that truly matter. So you can as well say no to honor your values and needs, because when you say no, you are essentially saying yes to something else, which could be your value, which could be your need. It's about aligning your actions with your values and honoring your own needs. So once you've made this statement, or you've said this statement no, sometimes you feel the guilt. So I want to take you through in navigating the guilt. So we are now in the guilt trip. How do we go around it? So one, it is normal to feel guilt when you say no, but don't let it control you. Sometimes you think you've disappointed someone. Yeah. So try to challenge your negative thoughts. Identify and challenge negative thoughts that reinforce guilt. Remind yourself that you have the right to set boundaries and you must not accept anything. In green, you see saying no to everything leads to burnout sometimes. So yeah, so navigating the guilt trip, you have to acknowledge your feelings, and then you also have to challenge the negative thoughts, because in you, that would be that thought that you've disappointed someone, whereas you did so for your own feelings, or maybe to avoid being overworked, or you're exhausted, and so you may fail to say no, but then you still produce substandard work. So how do we say no? So this brings me to mastering the art of refusal. One, be direct and concise. Clearly state your refusal without over explaining. Because when you over explain, it looks like more of a lie. So making excuses is not a means of refusing. You just have to get direct and concise to the point. Yeah, and do not just stop at saying no. Also offer alternatives if you can. If possible, suggest another worker, for example, in the company that could do the same work, maybe that someone else that could handle the same topic. Yeah. So if possible, suggest an alternative solution or a compromise. And this shows that you're willing to help, but unfortunately you can't commit. Yes. And focus on the positive instead of dwelling on the negativity of the no. Emphasize the positive aspects. Explain how saying no would benefit your overall well-being. Yes, this is an example. Be polite. Appreciate the offer, but add a statement, I can't commit right now. So that's being polite, direct and concise. So now the missing part, if possible, offer an alternative. So you can be like, I appreciate the offer. I can't commit right now though, but I think James will do the work. Yeah, and in this you have to practice assertiveness. And how do you do this? By setting clear expectations. Communicate your boundaries and expectations upfront. Because this sets the tone for future interactions and prevents misunderstandings. Because people will understand you better. And so you have to practice saying no regularly. You start small, of course, and then you gradually work up your way. You are not supposed to say no to everything, but you're also not supposed to do everything. Get sometimes where you have to honor your values. So you have to build resilience and self-care through self-awareness, mindfulness, and self-compassion. And this will result into saying no, because your compassion to yourself, you think you shouldn't add extra tasks. Yes, be mindful of who you are and the task you're going to do. And then also know yourself. Maybe out of the working times, you may not be as productive as before, and cultivate a positive mindset. Remember, you can as well reframe no as a choice that benefits your well being, not just as a mere no. and focus on the positive aspects on your decision. Do not regret. Yes, you might have disappointed the other, but let not the guilt control you. Celebrate your ability to set boundaries through saying no. And yeah, I think that is it. You have to embrace the power of saying no, because saying no is not a weakness, but rather an act of self-respect and love. So you embrace the power of no and watch your life transform as you prioritize your well-being and create a fulfilling and authentic life.